What if I told you she never really left you? You think she's gone? You think she's moved on, happy in someone else's arms while you're left in the dark? But let me ask you something. Who really has the power here? The one who obsesses, who overthinks, who tortures himself with what-ifs, or the one who walks away without a second thought? Right now, you feel betrayed. You feel like she ripped a piece of your soul away, like everything you built with her is now nothing more than a distant memory. And worst of all, you think she doesn't care. But here's the truth. You never lost her, because she was never yours to begin with. She was only ever a reflection of your own attachment, a projection of your own desires. And now that she's with someone else, you believe it means you weren't enough, that you failed, that he has something you don't. But what if I told you that the moment you stop caring is the moment she starts to regret everything? What if I told you that the only way to win this game is to refuse to play at all? You see, pain is an illusion. It feels real because you've convinced yourself that she was the prize, that she was the destination, the reward. But that was never the truth. The real prize? It's the man you become when you stop chasing, stop needing, and start living as if you were born untouchable. Because when you master detachment, when you embrace true stoicism, you will no longer be a man who waits. You will be the man she remembers, the man she lost. This isn't about her. This is about you. And by the time we're done here, you won't just let go. You'll become the kind of man she could never forget. But before we go any further, take control right now. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because what I'm about to tell you will change everything. And if you're ready to reclaim your power, comment below. Pain is temporary. Power is forever. The illusion of loss. Why she left isn't what you think. You feel betrayed, like she ripped a piece of your soul away. Everything you built with her now seems like nothing more than a distant memory. Worst of all, you believe she doesn't care. But here's the truth. You never lost her because she was never yours to begin with. She was only ever a reflection of your own attachment, a projection of your desires. Now that she's with someone else, you think it means you weren't enough, that you failed, that he has something you don't. But what if I told you the moment you stop caring is the moment she starts to regret everything? The only way to win this game is to refuse to play it at all. Pain is an illusion. It feels real because you convinced yourself she was the prize, the destination, the reward. But that was never the truth. The real prize is the man you become when you stop chasing, stop needing, and start living as if you were born untouchable. When you master detachment and embrace true stoicism, you will no longer be a man who waits. You will be the man she remembers, the man she lost. Emotional detachment, the key to ultimate power. Right now, she owns you. Not physically, not even in reality, but in your mind. Every thought, every sleepless night, every time you check her social media, you are giving her control. And the worst part? She doesn't even have to do anything. Your emotions are the chains that keep you locked in place. The more you let them dictate your actions, the weaker you become. Power belongs to the man who feels nothing. The moment you stop reacting, the moment you stop allowing her existence to affect your peace, is the moment you take back control. This is the foundation of Stoicism. To be unshaken, to let the world do whatever it wants, yet remain still, unmoved. She expects you to be hurt. She expects you to break down, to show weakness, to prove that she mattered more than yourself. And the second you do, you confirm everything she believed when she left. But what happens when you don't react? When she looks at you and sees a man who isn't fazed, who isn't desperate, who doesn't even acknowledge her absence? That's when the power shifts. That's when she starts to wonder if she made a mistake. Attraction through indifference. The dark psychology of desire. What happens when you stop caring? When you stop checking, stop wondering, stop waiting? The answer is simple. She starts noticing. Because nothing is more powerful, more unsettling, more intoxicating than indifference. Right now, she believes she still has you. Even if she's with someone else, deep down she knows that if she ever wanted to come back, you'd still be there. That's why she's not thinking about you. That's why she's not chasing. But the moment she feels your absence, the moment she senses that she no longer has control over your emotions, that's when everything changes. People always want what they can't have. It's human nature. The mind is wired to chase what is slipping away, to desire what feels unattainable. And when you were desperate for her, you became predictable, ordinary. But now, you're something new, something she no longer understands. You're not texting, you're not watching, you're not even reacting. And that silence, that emptiness where she once found validation, will start to consume her. She'll test you. Maybe she'll post something just to see if you notice. Maybe she'll message you out of nowhere with something meaningless, just a way to check if she still has power over you. And here's where most men fail. They take the bait. They think, this is my chance. They respond too quickly, too eagerly. And just like that, the power is gone, but not you. Not anymore. Because a man who understands this game knows that the only true response is no response at all. Indifference is the ultimate attraction trigger. It makes her question. It makes her doubt. It makes her chase. But only if you're strong enough to stay silent, to walk away, to disappear into a life so fulfilling that she no longer exists in your world. That's when she regrets leaving. That's when she starts craving the man you've become. The power of absence, becoming the man. She can't forget. You think she forgot about you. You think she moved on, completely uninterested in what you're doing. But let me tell you something. Women never truly forget the men who leave an impact. Right now, she's not reaching out because she believes she still has you in her grip. She assumes that if she ever changed her mind, she could come back and you'd still be there, waiting. But the moment she realizes you're truly gone, the moment she sees that you vanished from her world without a trace, that's when the doubt begins to creep in. Absence is powerful. It forces people to fill in the blanks, to wonder, to question. And the human mind hates unanswered questions. Right now, she's confident in her decision. But when she notices that you're not watching, not liking, not responding, she'll start to wonder, why? Why hasn't he reached out? Why does it seem like he's moved on so easily? Did I misjudge him? And that single thought, that tiny crack in her certainty, is all it takes to plant the seed of regret. But most men can't do this. They panic. They think, if I disappear, she'll forget about me. So they lurk. They leave breadcrumbs, likes, comments, indirect messages, hoping she'll notice. But that's weakness. That's insecurity. The men who are truly unforgettable are the ones who vanish completely. The ones who walk away with such quiet certainty that it leaves an empty space where they once were. And that space, that void, it will haunt her. Mastering emotional control, unshakable resilience. Most men let their emotions destroy them. They let heartbreak consume their thoughts, dictate their actions, and turn them into weak, desperate versions of themselves. But a man who understands emotional control, he becomes unstoppable. Pain is inevitable. But suffering? Suffering is a choice. And right now, you have two options. Let your emotions control you, or learn to control them. She expects you to be weak, to fall apart, to chase, to seek closure, to prove your worth. And the moment you do, you validate her decision to leave. But what happens when she sees nothing? No anger, no sadness, no desperate attempts to win her back. Just calm, just focus. Just a man who refuses to be broken by something as temporary as her absence. That's when she starts to question everything. Because the ability to remain unfazed, that is the mark of a man who cannot be replaced. The final lesson, you've already won. The game is over, but not in the way you once imagined. You used to think winning meant getting her back, proving your worth, making her see what she lost. But now you understand the truth. Winning was never about her. It was about you. It was about reaching the point where her presence or absence no longer affects your peace. And that's the moment you realize you've already won. Because at the end of the day, the strongest men are not the ones who chase. They are the ones who walk away without looking back.